Hello everyone, it's Yogi here. I hope you're well. Welcome. Welcome to Monday Stitching and also welcome to my cake shop, my little cake shop here. Yes, today this is the web of my choice, the little cake shop by Aimee Stewart. I know some of you are stitching this piece as well. It's absolutely whimsical and so cozy as well. And so it's a perfect choice for Monday evening or for any evening. Every day is Aimee Stewart Day. So let me show you the markup here, okay? Let's start from here. If you haven't seen this one, oh, you're going to rush over to Aimee Stewart and put it on your wish list or maybe buy it straight away. So this is a max color version by Aimee Stewart and it's a view of the most fantastic and prettiest cake shop in the universe. I discovered this pattern over maybe nearly 3 years ago. Yes, I'm pretty sure. It's got to be 3 years. And the first version I got for this pattern was actually a quick stitch. And within maybe a few days, I decided I wanted the full version. So I basically parked that version and got this version, the full size. Not only is the full size, but also max colors as well. I really went for it. That's how much I love this pattern. So I've been working on it through the past 3 years, and every stitch is enjoyable. So let me show you my progress here. So this is where I am. Okay, it looks modest after 3 years, but you know me, I take one stitch at a time, and I've got more than one project at one time, and the number is growing just like yours. And so this is where I am. I started from the upper left. Okay, I was being very good, started from upper left and gradually worked towards the bottom right eventually. Okay, and in terms of numbers, let's have a look. Percentage, it's not bad at all. This is a full size Heaven and Earth and max colors. And so currently I'm 14.9. 14.9, what does that mean? It means it's nearly 15, guys. I can count. Okay, Yogi can count more than 10. And so here we go. When I'm going to cross over to 15, it's hard to say. For aliens, this will probably take half an hour to cross over. For me, could be a week. Who knows? I'm not counting. Are you? And so look down to the bottom left panel there. The colors. So this is the full max colors. Okay. So max color version can go up to 240. So two colors short of 240, and but I have to say this might be the most confetti piece I've ever stitched up to this point. And you're probably not too surprised just looking at the markup. Okay, let me show you the markup one more time, but I want to start a new sprint here with you, right in front of you, and this counter is going to capture every single stitch I make. And you know by now, we play Guess My Stitches at the end, okay? So this number will be super important. So let me just come back here and show you the markup one more time, all right? I just want to let you appreciate why this may be the most confetti piece. Just look at the number of objects within, because a supersize, not supersize, the regular color, the regular size super max colors can take different shape and forms, and some patterns, you know, it might involve a lot of colors, but not as confetti as some others. So it really depends. And some of them, maybe you have areas more confetti and some areas a little bit more friendly. But this piece is relentless with this confetti from top to bottom at this point, as far as I'm stitching. And I suspect it's going to get even more intense, because as I'm going towards the toward more center and bottom area, there are more and more objects involved. And with more objects, requires more definition, and definitions very often comes from color changes and gradients, etc. And all of that translates into confetti. So I'm bracing myself. I'm ready for it. It's such a beautiful pattern. I'm willing to do whatever I can. Okay, but before anything, I want to say hello to you. Thank you for joining me this beautiful Monday. You probably noticed we're starting at the quote-unquote regular time. Okay, normally we start around either 8 or 8:30 UK time. You can do the conversion, but from now on, Mondays will be, one of the regular days. This will be the normal time for Mondays going forward, because my evening classes are being moved to its earlier time. So I'm freeing up the Monday evening, but Friday is still slightly later. Okay, so put it on your calendar and work with Yogi here. Thank you for your patience. So here we go. From the top, we have Aimee. Aimee was on fire yesterday with quick Christmas jokes, okay? And all of them were really bad. So well done, Aimee. We had a good time. And so Aimee says, hello here. I'm quite early, but I will have dinner while waiting. We have crepes as dinner. Oh, how sophisticated. And either with cheese and ham or with Nutella and banana, with or without banana. A lot of choices. And however you like it. Wow. Crepes, I normally have them sweet. So I know you can make it savory as well. But how nice to have that for dinner. Sounds like fun. So welcome, Aimee. And we have Rajao as well, as usual. Beautiful Rajao says, hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Have lunch with husband. Oh, I hope you enjoy that. And come back full tummy and stitch with Yogi. Okay, power snacks, power meals goes with power stitching. And Sarah is also here, says, happy stitching, love the little cake shop. Me too, Sarah, me too. I'm in love with it, even 3 years later. And, I put it aside from time to time. But every time I feel like I'm ready to pick it up, I'm just so looking forward to stitching it. I cannot wait. And Sola as well. Hello. And we have, who else have we got? Clara is here with us. And Lona is back here in the class. And Chloe as well, right on time. And who else have we got? Rachel as well. Hello, Rachel. And Kasarina says, good evening, everyone. I made it today too. Well done, Kasarina. Yes, I know. Be here on time for the class. Okay, guys. And Fleming, hello, good to see you. And Sarah VM is also here in the chat. And our lovely Michelle Fuller is here also, says hello to everybody. And yes, my little assistant Susan is here as well. Hello. Susan is so great. Susan is here for every class, and helping Yogi out no end. Okay, so occasionally I don't mind a little bit of, hackling from Susan. I take the rough with the smooth, or the other way around, whichever. And I'm McLean as well. Hello. And Jacqueline and Lizzie is also here. Good to see you. And Serena is also here. How wonderful. And Maddie is joining us right on time. And who else have we got? Suzanne as well. Lovely Suzanne. Always good to see Suzanne. And Mandy Moran as well. Hello. And Kat. Oh, we have a new friend here. It's a Kat I'm not going to try, okay? Cat, you're Cat for me, okay? And I assume it's a lady. Says hello from Canada. Say hello to Cat and welcome to join us. And, another new friend. Oh, I love it. Mackenzie is also here. Says, hi, everyone. First time catching a stream. Yes, we have not random. We're stitchers discovering the channel all the time, every day. And it's so great for you to say hello. And you can lurk as well. All the lurkers, hello. I know you're there. Come forward to say hello and you can go back and lurk, okay? And Kelly is also here as well. Hello. And Lynn is also here. How good to see you. And Samantha as well. And Jamie Larson is also here waving to everybody, and River. How lovely to see you, River. And Six as well. Welcome back. And we have another Samantha as well. Do we have two different Samantha? No, it's the same Samantha. Yes, sometimes we have, multiple stitches with the same name. I try to, find ways to distinguish them so you can tell them apart. And Maddie as well. Good to see you. And Kathy is also here joining Yogi as well. Welcome, everyone. Welcome once again to my little cake shop. So today I've got a plan, okay? I have a cunning plans every day. And this is what I'm going to do, okay? So you can probably get some hint in terms of the area I'm working on just by looking at my hoop here. So I moved my fabric, okay? And this is what I'm going to do today. So up to last session, I was working just around the right side at the bottom here. And if I remember correctly, I was transitioning to color flow. I just wanted to test out color flow. It's one of my favorite stitching methods at the moment. And I'm having so much fun. But each area of the pattern and each pattern kind of tells me how they want me to stitch it. So I tend to follow their guidance and, try not to fight it. So I do not impose any particular stitching method for any piece at any given time. And I'm free to change around if I like to. So with this section, I was feeling color flow tremendously. So that's what I did. But today, I'm moving towards the left side. So I remember the last time I stitched this piece, I mentioned the fact that this is a little cake shop, right? But if you look at the my completed area at this point, not a single cake involved so far. Seriously, I've been stitching the ceiling, the wall, and all the decoration on the wall. I mean, this one looks like a little cake because it's not a real cake. It's not a jelly, it looks like a molded jelly thingy, but it's a decoration on the wall. It's a thing on the wall, and those are the teacups as well. So today I am moving. I'm hoping to start cake stitching. It's about time. After 3 years, it's a little cake shop. Let me stitch some cakes. So last session I discovered. Let me turn on my markup here. Can you see this? I actually stitched the top part of this pink cake few sessions ago without knowing. It was just a bunch of pink stitches I was very drawn to. I had no idea I was actually cake stitching. So there you go. I have to come back here and do some more. I mean, it's about time, right? So today I am going to break a few rules. I'm going to just focus on this two-tier cake from the look of it. I think it's just, there's a green cake at the bottom and a pink one on top. This is my focal point today, okay? It's Christmas. Let me do some cake stitching, please. So this is my plan, okay? Can you see there's a little pink top here already done from previous sessions. So I will start to trace around these really pretty cake here. I don't know if it's one cake or two cakes stacked together. Doesn't matter. It looks delicious. So this is what I'm going to be doing today. So this is my plan today. And what is your plan for your piece? So let me zoom in a little bit and let me know what you're working on. I need to know what you're working, the projects you're working on. I'm always curious. So let me bring on my work mount here. Here we go. Let me get it all set up. So this is the top of that two-tier cake there. And I'm going to start stitching, okay? And I'm going to just go sort of mini cross-country, just, follow the stitches and the outline of the cake. With no particular restriction, I just go as far as I like, really. Here we go. And Samantha says, I just ordered my 25 count even weave fabric for Love Letters Chocolate Shop. Now get to the store to get all the threads. Oh, how lovely. Yes, it's a beautiful piece. I'm stitching a mini session, not session, mini version. And absolutely, go for it, 25 counts. And if this is your first 20 even weave experience, oh yes, you're in for a treat. Here we go. And let me just pick my first color here. Why not? So I'm not going to particularly check the markup here. I'm going to just go try to stitch in order as much as I can and start to build up this little cake there. Okay, so I might start with something. This one's got 5 stitches in the neighboring area. A lot of pink. I'm so looking forward to it. 3806. 3806. It's a pink. 3806. I've got my needle board on my right there, and I have one threaded already. Nice and quick. Here we go. I've got my cake, cupcake here. It's all themed, you know, and I'm going to start here. So let's warm up these little hands. And this 25 count a pretty good gritted fabric, because a couple of days ago on Saturday I was doing my first whip parade. If you haven't watched it, go have a look. It kind of allowed me to check a few things, because throughout the years I kind of lost track of when I started a certain piece. I'm not organizer. I'm not a very organized person in terms of, you know, logging things down. Absolutely not. So I had to look up maybe the transaction emails, you know, like purchase confirmation emails, etc., to confirm the purchase time and work from there to figure out roughly when I started a certain piece. So it was great fun. It's you know, it gave me a much better timeline, because throughout the years, you know, when you worked on a piece for a couple of years, you kind of all the timeline starts to get slightly blurry. You misremember things, and the whip parade allows me that opportunity to go and check and log a few things down, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating in terms of the sequence, you know, how I decided to move from one project to the other, and the method of working as well. And hopefully that is going to give some of you sort of, I don't know, hopefully if you're thinking about maybe moving to even weave, you know, 25 count, etc., and you're not sure about it, it will give you some idea that you know, you're probably not alone feeling that, because it can be quite daunting moving from Ada stitching to even weave. Hey, Mary Solas, hello, welcome, good evening. And Belinda is also here as well. Hello, hello. And Kelly is joining us. And Kelly's wrapping Christmas presents. Oh, yes. And BLT Betty is also here saying hello to everyone. So my first color is done. Nice and easy. Let me find my thread cutter. So I'm not going to travel too far. I'm going to just pick a color and just stitch the area around this beautiful cake. 3806. Going back. I'm really excited about my new thread organizer as well. So I've updated my previous template, and you know, I'm pretty close at getting it organized for my CXE master set. 3804. 3804. You know, new year, new organizer. 38304. Sarah VM says, I'm still doing Christmas ornaments. Yes, it's a great time, isn't it? It's so cozy as well. You know, Christmas is in 3 days. And it's a great time to do all the remaining things you need to do before Christmas. So the plan for Christmas at this point is, so tomorrow is Tuesday, right? Tuesday, we come back here for another spot of stitching, and on Wednesday, I'm taking a day off because I'm heading to my partner's parents, and we're spending there overnight on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we're having Christmas lunch, but I'm coming back on Christmas Day, 25th, on Thursday, UK time, and we're going to get together, have a Christmas stitching session. Okay, so if you're around, come join me, and it'll be quite really nice. I'm going to come with some mince pies and whatever food I get to steal from my partner's parents, and come here and we can have a cozy spot of stitching. So I hope to see you there. So it's going to be maybe roughly about around this time, you know, 8:30 UK time on the 25th. So we have a day rest before, and then we're coming back on the 25th. Susan's working on a Christmas village, working on a church, drinking Earl Grey. That's very sophisticated, Susan. Drinking Earl Grey. Earl Grey for me, the last time I drank it, it's not one of my favorite teas. I have to confess. It's got that very distinctive taste. Either you love it or you hate it, right? Really strong. But I have not really drink sort of dark tea for a long time, because you have to put milk in it, and I don't normally have milk in the house. 3804. I drink black coffee. 3804. Let's see how we're doing with Spooky Bingo today. And today I've got a cup of coffee and some water. I'm going to take a sip of water. And Suzanne says down to 1800 stitches. Oh, that's a last stretch for what is it called? Unicorn Valley. It's a Heaven and Earth Sow piece Suzanne is doing. So once that is done, it means Suzanne is entitled to claim all the rest of the patterns, right? And also plus any pattern of her choice. That's a bonus chart. Oh, lovely water. So fresh. Hey, sis. Good to see you. Serena says, I'm working on SKO King by Anne Stokes. SKO King. Oh. And Kelly says, I was stitching on the rest for an ornament earlier on, wading through laundry too. Yes, it's juggling of live and stitching, isn't it? Live still happens when we're stitching. Yes, it's a balancing act. Here we go. So this one, 600. I've got a few more to stitch. 600. It's I'm gonna get a new strand as well. Actually, this one looks a little bit tired. It's quite short as well. So unfortunately, I'm gonna send you to the floss leftover heaven, okay, bits, and take a new thread, saying goodbye to one thread, and another one is born, a new one, 600. Such a pretty color, 600. Sisk says, I'm stitching on supersized max color Night at the Circus. And Aimee Stewart, it's not the same piece as the Circus thingy Janine is working on. I think Aimee Stewart likes Circus a lot. Quite a lot of her pieces have that kind of theme to it. So this one, I could start from here actually. Why not? I've got quite a few stitches here and I can take it all the way down. Hello, Joyce. Let me scroll down a little bit. Michelle Fuller says, lurking while wrapping gifts. Yes, how wonderful. Vaduhi is joining us as well. And Vaduhi says, I'll be working from home for the next 2 weeks, which means I'll be watching every stream. Yes, how wonderful. Nice and cozy and warm and with delicious food and stitching with Yogi and all the guys here and a chat. That's the best, isn't it? Oh, these stitches are so delicious. I love it already. Lizzie says, I'm drinking Earl Grey too. Oh, a lot of sophisticated tea drinkers. And it relaxes and calms me. I don't drink Earl Grey with milk. Really? So you drink Earl Grey straight? Oh, that's way too hardcore for me. With dark teas, I have to put milk or it's not drinkable for me. Kasarina says, I've had confetti hell for 4 days. Does anyone have tips? Well, move to a different web or a different area. That's my tip. That's what I do. If I very often actually crave for confetti. I crave for the challenge and color changes, but I don't stay there for too long. I try to leave the area before I get fed up. So I try to stitch in a way that I have freedom to move around or even move webs if I want to. You know, if I just absolutely had enough of one piece, I just move to a completely different piece and stitch for a while. And then I start to crave for the confetti again. So that's my tip. I don't think there's a good way to just, you know, charge through it. I don't think it works very well, just trying to suffer through it. What do you think, guys? River says, I'm working on Gnome Tinker on my brand new sofa that was delivered an hour ago. Oh, River is living a dream of her life. New car, new sofa. New husband, not yet. No, keep that one. That's a good one. Do not swap him just yet. Just tell him, keep him on his toes. Just say, well, you know, I'm keeping you for a little while. Yes, but if you were stitching on the sofa, River, making sure your posture is fully supported, okay? Because on the sofa, it's so comfortable. Sometimes we just lean into the back too much, or on the side without knowing, or hunch over. Just make sure your posture is, relatively neutral, and that's the best way. It's most sustainable, because the body shouldn't be too comfortable. Like I'm stitching now, I'm actually sitting quite upright, and my elbows and my arms are very relaxed on the side, so they don't have to be, in any sort of weird angles, or so my arms are very relaxed. It's important to make sure that you don't get problems down the line. River says still doing 3 different methods on this one. Join the club. Methods switching club. We have a new club. Yes, I just switch whenever I want, because ultimately we're creating stitches. It doesn't matter how you get there. And I find switching methods just keeps everything fresh. So I have no loyalty to methods. I just do whatever I want, whenever I want. Lona says, oh, you're talking about a certain pattern there. Just dived straight into a conversation. Lona says, Yogi, I hit 10%. No way, Lona. I shouldn't be surprised. It's Lona we're talking about. At 2:30 this morning. What time is it over there, Lona? I hope you had some power nap, okay? And power snacks as well. You need to look after yourself as well. So 2:30 this morning, Lona has hit 10%, which has been a goal, right, for the last few days. And it's now 3 p.m. for me. Okay, now I get it. So I hope you had a little bit of a sleep and a little bit of a rest. I'm back here with Yogi. Well done, Lona. Lona is unstoppable. And if I remember correctly, Lona, this is the final goal you want to hit before end of this year. And after that, you give yourself the reward of starting a new piece. Is that correct? See, I do remember things sometimes. Sarah VM says, I'm drinking chai tea with milk and vanilla. Oh, a lot of sophisticated tea drinkers here. Yes, I'm just a coffee drinker most of the time. I love my coffee. Let me just keep moving down here. I want to get to the stitches on the right side there. Joy says, I'll make myself an Earl Grey. Good idea. And no milk? Really? Oh, I think if I drink dark tea without milk, I find it's kind of, I don't know, I can feel the skin on my, in the side of my mouth literally just melting away. It's that bad. So, yes, I need to have milk for those tea. Hello, woo woo. Woo woo say hello. My head is wrecked, and my pattern keeper has lost its kind and deleted. What? My pattern keeper has deleted over 5,000 stitches. Took me a few hours to sort it and find my place. Why is that? I don't think it's that easy to mistakenly delete stitches in pattern keeper. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I just realized I've got a half stitch here. Let me just hack it and cheat and fudge and just do the second half there. Don't know how that happened. So let's say it's no confetti stitching. I was cured of avoiding confetti with a boomerang. Okay, right. So I presume maybe you're doing 10 stitches? Yes, boomerang can be applied to full stitches as well. Yes, boomerang is a godsend, isn't it? And Karen Sutherland is here. Good morning, all, she says. Lizzie says, I'm nearly at 10,000 stitches on 2 different projects. One of them is Aimee Stewart. Oh, that's wonderful, Lizzie. Amira says, confetti guy. Number 1, have confetti. 2, get frustrated. 3, question life choices. 4, realize that's over the top 5. That's over the top 5. Huh? And 5, question hobbies. Question stop. 6, stop stitching. That's a lot of steps. That's like, you know, not quite 12 steps, but 9 steps and start over. Well, I think, you know, my view of confetti is it's a bit like spices. Very little goes a long way, and you need to pace yourself. You know, even if you love spices, too much of it can probably, you know, do you harm. So, you know, sprinkle it through your stitching, you know, amongst your sort of other forms of stitching, so to speak. But just like 310, if I have to choose between 6 blocks of 310 block stitching versus 1 block of confetti, I'll go for the confetti actually, because I'll probably suffer more doing 6 blocks of the same color comparing to you know, have a 10 by 10 block with 40 color changes. But, you know, a little bit of everything is much more balanced. 600, I'm going to put it back here. Lona says, Yogi, I've decided I have time to set goals on 2 more projects to get done by end of December. Yes, we are, after all, 22nd only, right, Lona? Maybe before Christmas. Already started RT pattern I've had for 2 years. Right. So your new goals will be for different projects, not the same one. And Lona, do you ever post your webs on Facebook? Because I'd love to have a look, unless you have a totally different name on Facebook, and I have, you know, I didn't know that was you. I'd love to see your webs actually. And for those of you who don't know, we do have a Facebook group. Okay, you can join. The link is under the description there. All right, so let me come back to the cake. You know, I want to stitch a little bit of surrounding area as well, because it makes the cake pop up a little bit more. It accentuates the cake, I'm sure. So here we go. Let me go for this one. I'll try to stitch in order if I can. 718, 718. Here we go. See how fast it is? The needle board, I just turn around, pick it up, and I have the color I need. 3 stitches. Jacqueline says, I'm working on my winter fox from Cross Stitch Studio. Fox is popular among stitchers, isn't it? I didn't know that. I thought, you know, people love cats and dogs, squirrels. but everybody loves. Oh, already. I think I've stitched in the wrong location. Look away, everyone. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. It's all good, all good. It's actually up here. Suzanne says, trying to decide on a Christmas start. But Christmas is only a couple of days away, 3 days away. And are you going to have a New Year's start as well? Imagine a Christmas start and New Year's start. Why not? Very nice. Yes, Lona, definitely. I'd love to see your whips. Mandy says, I'm finishing this blanket for my friend having withdrawal symptoms, missing stitching. Oh dear. So you are trying to finish something for Christmas, I'm guessing. Oh yeah, definitely. If you're craving for a bit of stitching and you have to do something else, you're going to suffer from withdrawal syndrome for sure. Absolutely. And particularly you're watching other people stitching at the same time. Oh dear. All right, so this one's 718. Going back. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Busy Mom, hello, hello. Welcome. Suzanne. Yes, Fudgy's out. No judgment from Fudgy. Ah, I see. So Suzanne is having is joining the Heaven and Earth South 2026, and that will be the New Year's start. And definitely have Christmas start for sure. Why not? Because the South piece is kind of smaller, isn't it? You need a full-size piece. Will says, I have no idea why I deleted the stitches. I turned my pattern keeper on. Oh, and the stitches just disappeared? Really? That doesn't sound good. Right. But hopefully it's not, you haven't been doing extreme cross country. That would be impossible to catch up all the stitches. If you're doing sort of page by page, block by block, then maybe it's not too bad. 3831. And also you can save, right? With Pattern Keeper. You can, it's not the most elegant way of doing it, I remember, but you can save the backup. 3831. 3831. Joy says, I had solstice start yesterday. Yesterday was, yes, it was the shortest daytime of the year, and it's the day I look forward every year, because I know from that day on, technically, you can't really notice it, but technically daytime will start to lengthen. So the darkness is getting shorter. Oh, so Joyce has a start for that. Yes. I'd love to see which piece that is. And to be honest, you don't need any excuses to start a new one, you know. Never stop me. Monday start. That's a good one, you know. I celebrate Monday, so I'm going to start a new piece every Monday. You can't stop me. And I'm really looking forward to my new year, new start as well. That piece is stolen my heart. A Sleep Time, by the way, by Chiramaketi. And I'm doing supersize, my first supersize. Very nice. 3831, 3831. Oh, Suzanne is thinking about doing a event calendar pattern. So, so the Christmas start, literally, you're starting a Christmas themed pattern. That sounds interesting. The next color is going to be 326. 326. 326. Yes, I've got one threaded already. Joy says, I bought XSD pattern on, what is that? Extra small? Is that what it is? On the Dream Stitch website, thinking was the Granny's Craft Shared you were doing. I wanted to see how Saga works with oh, it's a file format, XSD file, but it's not the same pattern, no blends, no back stitches, and it's huge. Oh, so it's the same artwork. And Joyce, you know, if you want that pattern, you can just go to the company I bought it from, Max Design, Max Stitch Design, I think. Yes, just go for that. And they still have that pattern. It comes as a kit though, and you have to write to them and ask for a digital pattern. They will send it to you. They send it to me, no question asked. So if you bought from them, I think that's the best bet, because I think that it's probably the best charted version of that pattern, because I have seen the same artwork being charted by other places. They're either smaller or just look blurry. I just think the Max Design Stitch Design, or Max Design Stitch, I can never remember. Yeah, just if you really want that piece with the back stitching as well, you know, that company is the best bet. Yes, I don't think that many companies, not that many chart creators incorporate back stitching. I think it's just harder to do, perhaps. More work, isn't it? 2, 3. And that's why I think they're really well charted, the ones I'm doing, the 14 count ones. We mark this one, I'll probably take it to the left and do a few more of this color. So XSD files, is it just from one of those charting software? I'm not familiar with the format. So I'm going to do one stitch here and then do a yogi move, because I want to take it directly straight down. So I'm going to do a tiny pin over here. And then take the stitches down here. So I'm taking the floating thread away from the complete area and then come back down here. So is it a stamped version, or is it digital pattern, I wonder? Because I thought that company only did sort of stamp stitching kit. Joy says this one has 160 colors and looks great, so I kitted it up and started it. Ah, okay, so you do like the chart. 160 colors, that's a lot more than mine. My version only has about 57 colors. Yeah, if you're happy with it. If you're happy with it. And what fabric count are you doing it on, Joyce? I'd love to see the webs of that one. Oh, I'd love to see the progress. And Suzanne has that one as well. I want to see that one too. Joy says SXD works on Saga. No conversion needed. Okay. Yes, I do remember there are multiple formats that work for Saga. But I just assume the other ones have to be created by chart creators. You know, maybe there are file formats of software, you know, professional software. 326. Marsha, hello Marsha. Good to see you. Marsha says it's raining here and very, very hot. Yeah. Marsha, stop making people sort of, you know, get too envious. Hotness feels really alien right now. I cannot remember what that feels like. It's been so long. Great to see you, Marsha. Lona says, Yogi, this new artsy start is my Yogi Speed project. I wonder what that means, Lona. Colorful 1/1 full cross on 18 fabric, but absolutely no rush. Yes, this is your new challenge, you know, Alona. Your new goal is to slow down the speed at least 50%. That's the goal Yogi sets for you. Yogi speed. I don't think you can help yourself, you know. Before you know it, you're going like, Yogi, my next goal for this piece is to hit 50% by tomorrow. Ah, Joy, so they actually do digital pattern. Is it Dream Stitch? Are they the same as the other one? You know, Suzanne, you know the one I'm referring to. I'm getting these two companies mixed up. They seem to be doing very similar things. Oh, there's a few confetti stitches here. It's all right. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Okay, 3733. 3733. I think cross country is actually a good method for sort of more confetti area, because if you focus on one block or very short distance at a time, very often you have to do one stitch and then and then either parking or end the thread. But if you do slightly longer distance, then you know very often you can probably find more stitches in the surrounding area, so it doesn't feel like you have to start and stop all the time. 3733. All right, I need a new strand. 3, 7. It's not a pink. And Joyce, you can always add your own back stitching, can't you? You know, Joyce is probably cunning enough that you can just pick whatever color thread and start back stitching. Lona says, I've only got 260 stitches in. Listen to Lona, seriously. And that's why I'm giving you 50% slower as your new goal, okay? Slow down, Lona. Lona says, I've only got 260 stitches in and started it 2 hours ago. Oh, that's a slow day, isn't it, Lona? I did walk away from it to fix lunch for Mama and me, though. Ouch. All right, I get it. Lona, stop showing off. And Joy says, I'm doing 1/1 full cross on 20 count Ada. Lovely. 20 count, yes, it's still Ada, isn't it? I'd love to see that, see the progress of that piece. It's a piece of artwork by Steve Crisp. He's got a couple of other patterns, artwork I really like, but not all of them are being charted by companies that I trust. To be honest, there's one more piece by Steve Crisp that's charged by the same company I got the craft, the other 14 counts from. I'm very tempted to get that one because I was looking up and down Google, trying to find to see if someone else charged that one. Not so far. 1, 2, 3, 4. So very tempted to get that one as well. And the piece Slow Stitching from is from Artisy, and it's psychedelic rainbow design. I can almost visualize it just by thinking about, just looking at the title, the picture of Candylicious, you know, come to mind. It's cake stitching. It's official. Finally, after 3 years, I'm stitching cake. Hello, Janine. Good to see you. 3733. Oh, yes, Susan, Max Stitches design. For some reason, I just cannot remember the name. It just makes no sense. Max Stitches design. Dear, oh dear. Joy says, I'm doing Filled and Frolic, but with delayed frolicking. Oh, there's timing with frolicking as well. Yes, Filled and Frolic method, if you're not familiar with it, you basically pick a block, start with a block, either, 10 by 10 or maybe bigger of your choice, and you do color completion, however, whichever order you do it. You can do typewriting, you can do random orders. And then once you've completed the initial block, either it's one block or two, if you have remaining thread left over, once you've done the color completion, you can start frolicking. That's a frolicking stage that you can wander around the surrounding area and then stitch until you either run out of the thread or run out of the stitches. That's a Filled and Frolic. So you do the fielding, and do the work, and then you can play. So that's what Joyce is doing, but with delayed frolicking. I wonder what that is. I don't know. And do you park if you run out of stitches? So, I find a lot of stitching methods you can combine with other elements. You can do, for instance, with block completion, you can complete it in various different ways. And also you can incorporate parking, and you can incorporate direction as well. You can do diagonal, you can do row by row block, or vertical. You can do a column. Yeah, there's so much to play with. So I don't understand if, certain people, no names, they're stitching the same way all the time. I'm just thinking, hey, play around a bit. They're there for you to enjoy. And it's an adventure. When you switch stitching method, literally, it feels like a new project a lot of times. Am I selling it? I think I am. I'm selling it to myself. It makes me want to switch methods randomly. 961, 961. Lizzie says, I got 300 stitches today. Oh, that everybody's doing so well. Joy says, I plant the field and park. Oh, I see. I was thinking that. I thought the delay might be caused by parking. Hang on. Let me just pick another thread and I'll come back. 961. 961. I was thinking maybe parking is involved. That's a delay, right? 961. So Joy says, I plant the field and park until the field is filled. And I stitch the 4 park threads. Let me think. I plant the field and park until the field. Oh, I see. So yes, I think, well, let me know if I understood it correctly. So normally field and frolic is one color at a time. Let's say if I pick this pink, and then I fill in all the pink stitches of this color within this block. For instance, let's take this block. And normally, well, I think if you follow the method, you will start frolicking here with the same color. But what Joyce is doing is she will park somewhere first and then move on to other colors until all the block is completed. And then do you just pick one and stitch one at a time, or do you clear all the part threads? I'm guessing it probably doesn't matter. You can, depending on how much you want to frolic. Oh, Joy says Chris Reed. Yes, you're quite right. You're quite right. Chris, is it Chris Reed or John Reed or John Chris? I don't know. Joyce, help. Susan, can you help me? I think this one is Chris Reed, or is it John Reed? It's all these really generic names. Yes, I think, let me have a look. Let me have a look. I should have it here. Not that one. My markups, okay. I should have names attached because the other one is John. Okay, we have John O'Brien. No, Steve Crisp. No, hang on. Christmas House is Steve Crisp. Okay. And the Granny's Craft Shed is Steve Reed, I think. So Steve Crisp is the artist of Christmas House too, or houses. I don't know. John Bob, that's it. Or Steve, I don't know, Smith. Help. Lona says, Lona, you're not making it better. Lona says, Yogi, not showing off. I'm trying to slow down, honest. Try harder, Lona. Try harder. No, so I think the piece you're stitching right now is by Steve Reed and Chris. Or is it, maybe it's Chris Reed? I don't know. I'm going to let it go now. My brain is starting to, fry. I think it's much better to have names like Chiramaketi. At least it's unique. I'm unlikely to mix up Chiramaketi with other names. But otherwise, it's just a whole bunch of Johns and Steve and whatever. Nothing wrong with that, Another yogi move. Sig says, I also got it. Dream Stitch, 160 colors. Oh, the same piece Joyce is stitching. That piece is lovely, isn't it? I love it so much. And it's 700 by 501 stitch. Same size, but no back stitching. Is it? I think my piece is a little bit smaller. So I'm interested in the ratio there. It's the same artwork, but mine is less landscape. It's slightly, the width is slightly wider, but I don't think it's wide as 200 stitches difference. Let me have a look. Actually, I can't check right now. That's interesting. I'll have a look on their website. Yes, Suzanne, yes, you can post a mock-up there. I think it's the same piece, but I don't know whether it's got a little bit more, because it sounds a little bit more landscape than my version. Hello, Rose. Janine says, Field and Frolic is how I mostly stitch, but not block by block, by item in the piece. Oh, I see. So instead of, so your fielding area is not defined with a block. Janine's area is item, but what if the item is really, really big? Then do you do color completion? Let's say if you're stitching a horse, right? Do you then do color completion of the entire area for the horse and then frolic? I suppose you can probably apply that to any kind of folding area. You can, you know, it's up for you to define. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. Clara says, Anki Coleman or Maddie's chart on Etsy has La Maison Romantic in 2 sizes, one full coverage and one about the size of Yogi's kit. Oh, interesting. Is there a larger one? Yes, that's John O'Brien's artwork. I do love that piece. It is very romantic. Lona says, if I went any slower, the turtles in my mum's garden will fly past me. So you have, you know, sort of, you have a turtle, and so does that mean Yogi is slower than Lona's turtle? Oh well, you know, we don't know. We should have a race, shouldn't we? To see if Yogi's faster or the turtle is faster. You know, I'm up for the challenge. 961, 961. Susan says, Yogi, don't forget the chocolate break. Yes, yes. Oh, yesterday, for some reason, the entire, you know, session just flew by. And at the end, Susan, you know, our little assistant here, reminded Yogi that we didn't have chocolate break. So we had an emergency chocolate break just at the end of the session before Guess My Stitches. Oh, that was close. We cannot go for, a stream without chocolate breaks. We have standards. That's quite right, Susan. You know, set the timer. Oh, I believe yes. So for Susan, it's time for hot chocolate. We'll probably do it at around 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock, we have a chocolate break there. Okay, so we get to warm up. Oh, Valerie, hello. Valerie is, it's lovely kiss from France. Hello, Valerie. Let me highlight Valerie for all of us. Say hello. Yes, welcome. Yes. We were just talking about, Yogi's was just stitching a piece from John O'Brien. It's a scenery of France, of Paris. Welcome. Right, let me pick the next one. That one is done. Slowly building up my cake here. All right, the next one is 3350. 3350. Let me take a sip of my water as well. Right, I saw Stream Stitch. They only did stamp kit, so they do patterns as well. That's interesting. Might have a look actually. A mirror is making a lot of sense. Okay, yes, common sense have to come into it. Referring to my race with Lona's turtle in her mom's garden. Okay, a mirror being really sensible and go, well, as a turtle cannot really stitch, I think Yogi, you win. You're absolutely right, but don't tell them, I'm being sneaky. So I'm winning on the technicality, okay? That's a loophole I'm exploring. So I know I'm winning. I know I'm winning, a mirror, but I want them to fall into the trap. And I'm gonna go, ta-da, your turtle cannot stitch, okay? They don't have little fingers like mine. So I win. Janine says, I think Yogi is faster than a turtle. Yes, absolutely. I have pride, okay? I don't mind being the slowest human being, but when it comes to racing with turtles, I think I win, okay? Hello, Ebony. Sig says, I'll look for the fabric and start Granny's craft room next time I see Yogi Stitch alive. Yes, go for it. That'd be so nice because those are kind of slightly hidden gem, aren't they? They're those 14 count pieces. I just feel like I'm the only person stitching them in the world. Maybe I am, but it would be so nice to have some of you to join me. And it's a beauty, the artist is absolutely Amazing, the artwork. I'm just so in love with the style and the theme, etc. It's cozy stitching at its best. Yes, Granny's craft shed. I think it, originally is grandma's craft room, or Granny's craft shed. I don't know whether why they're sort of named differently, because it's not like it's translated from another language or anything. So I don't know. Karen Sutherland says, I just got a message that my gecko rouge is at the post office waiting for me to pick up. Oh my goodness. That is so nice. Right before Christmas. Well, depending on how far your post office is, okay? Maybe you live somewhere so remote, you have to travel for 3 days to get there. Oh, you got to be fast. Karen, and I need to know which one you picked. Yes, gecko rouge is an experience. When I got my Gecko Rouge kit, I think I placed an order on, I'm trying to think, just after Christmas, I think. Just around Christmas, but I didn't get it until January. So, I remember the anticipation of waiting for the kit to arrive. That was an experience on its own. Oh, right, I remember now. Police Box, the Doctor Who themed. Oh, that's good. Karen says the post office is only a kilometer away. I hope you have transportation. If you walk, it's gonna take a few hours. Wonderful. Yes. You're gonna enjoy the gift box. All right. Slowly taking shape, slowly taking shape. I'm very, very excited with this cake. All right, next one, 3778. 3778. Three, 778. Also, Doctor Who is Katharina's favorite show. I have to say, I have not really watched an entire episode of Doctor Who. It's just, I don't know what to make of it. Should I, so guys, those Doctor Who fans, should I watch it really, like, take it really seriously? Or should I watch it as if it's a children's kind of, program? How do I approach it? Because I don't know, maybe that's why I haven't watched it. Lona is having the first spooky bingo, 3778, this one right here. And Lona and me, we are connected with forever with spooky bingo. Yes, well done. Flash or spooky bingo for Lona. And here we go. Let me just start this one. 3778. 1, 2, 6 says, my fish puzzle kit from Pain-Free Craft has shipped last Friday to Belgium, but it takes at least 3 days to arrive in Belgium. Can waiting for the custom to clear. Oh, you probably have to pay taxes on top of it as well. What a pain, isn't it? From Pain-Free Craft. But it's only from the UK, isn't it? It's a UK company. So hopefully the tax is not going to be too brutal. But who knows? I am going to take it over here. 7. My first cake. The little cake shop. It's so weird because I've been doing Gemma's color flow, and one of the rules is obviously not to create boxed in stitches. So in my mind, I kind of have that kind of resistance to it, and then it feels really weird to stitch like this where I'm actually creating a very boxed in stitch. Somewhere, my body's kind of go, no, don't do that. But actually, I'm allowed this method. 1. Oh dear, have I got? Okay. Have I got this one? Karen says, when I first met my husband, he would not go anywhere until Doctor Who is finished. Really? So you're just newly dating, but he wouldn't go anywhere until it's finished. But what about recording it? I don't know when that was. You can always watch later. Seriously? Get your priorities correctly. Karen comes first, okay? Yes, I think my dilemma with Doctor Who is I just don't know what it is. I'm not sure how to approach it. Is it like a comedy show or is it like, I don't know, thriller? I'm not sure which one it is. Lizzie says, I met all 3 of the 80s doctors. Really? Physically? Like face to face? Are you stalking them, Lizzie? Confess. They're different doctors, isn't it? I've only aware of the more recent ones. But then again, I don't even watch the TV series, so it's very superficial knowledge. Oh, Chrissy says, I love Doctor Who. It's not a children's show. Oh, there you go. Is it not? Are you sure? Why does it feel like a children's program? I just knew I just don't understand it. I think that's the problem. Lona says, working on my coffee cup, aiming for 5% go. Lona, I thought you were going to slow down. What's happening to 50% speed, yogi speed? I think even if you slow down 50%, it's still way faster than yogi. Karen says, when I was little, the show, referring to Doctor Who, terrified me. Really? Doctor Who? Well, you kind of always remind me of kind of a school drama, school play. Kind of just get props together like buckets and whatever you've got in the house and try to turn it into a robot or something. I've got that sort of felt to it. All right, this one is 3778 going back. 3778. Lizzie says, I was born during Doctor Who episode. Really? During the episode? Tom Baker, near the end of his tenure. Tom Baker. Right. So your mum was watching an episode of Doctor Who when she gave birth to you? Is that what we're talking about? Is that the situation? Then yes, I can see why it's very special to you. Katharina says, in Germany, we're always a little behind with the show. No spoiler, please. I think Doctor Who, are they still making new Doctor Who? I thought they kind of finished a long time ago. It's kind of, am I correct? Or maybe they're new ones. I don't know. And they're always talking about like a female Doctor Who. Is there ever a female one? But it's a little bit like Sherlock Holmes, you know, it just feels like it's a male character. Even though it's Doctor Who, it could be anybody. It's like, who? 3712. Three, 712. Karen says, Tom Baker was my favorite doctor. I'm trying to remember. The name rings a bell, but I'm not sure that I would. I probably recognize the face when I see it. Chrissy says, I'm stitching Winter Reading Nook by Aimee Stewart, and I'm currently 2% after a week of stitching. That is super fast for 2%. And also drinking Dr. Pepper. We're talking about Doctor Who. And Chrissy's drinking Dr. Pepper. Another flavor that I do not understand. Just like Doctor Who. It's like, why? Why do you want to drink cold syrup? All right. 1, 2. Lizzie says my favorite is Colin Baker, another Baker. I met him and he's such a nice cuddle. Nice cuddle. He always cuddles you in his arms. It was lovely. Nowadays, it's going to turn into a lawsuit, okay, Lizzie? You know, I would not encourage that. Just think about Jimmy Savile, you know? I'm not sure who that one is. Tom Baker actually rings a bell. I probably recognize the face. But Colin Baker, no idea. So Lona is stitching on a freebie, huh? Why not? That one is done. Moving down. I think slowly taking shape. Do you not think? My little cake. It's a little cake and a slightly bigger one underneath. Nai Amira, great to have you. Yes, Doctor Who seems to be very popular during Christmas, isn't it? There's certain things they just play every Christmas, even though it's not particularly Christmas themed. All right, this one. Okay, 3712. 3712 going back. Kara's defending Doctor Who, okay? It's a sci-fi time travel. Is that a genre now? I mean, sci-fi is a genre. Is time travel a genre? But is it time traveling though? So do they actually travel through time? Is it through the phone box or the police box? It's a phone box, isn't it? But recently, well, last year, I think, I played a game called, what is it called? It's made by a British company. And it's kind of what kind of game is it? Slightly sci-fi as well. And there was a kind of not Christmas, Doctor Who theme in there. There was phone box everywhere. I can't remember what it's called. Something 4. I can't remember. It's been a little bit. Gamers might know. Gamers in the chat. It's called. Okay, 754. 754. Joy says, I've never seen an episode of Doctor Who. I had sort of, I watched kind of clips and bits and pieces. I've never kind of sit down and watch the entire episode because I just don't know what it is. I just do not understand it. 754. I just didn't know whether it was like some sort of comedy children's program or is it, I suppose, to sit down and prepare to be scared. 754. Oh, Chrissy says the new episode, new season is coming soon. So it must be like decades, right? When did they start? Wow, they're still making it. Yes, no spoiler for our European watcher in Germany. But my guess is Doctor Who always wins. That's that's just the way it is. But I would like to see more episodes. I'm not sure if they're making new ones, guys. Did you guys watch Black Mirrors? That I'm looking forward to. That I would be scared. I think they only made 2 seasons around the time I was watching, and then suddenly they just stopped. That's that's my kind of thing, my kind of TV series. Maybe they just run out of ideas. Susan says Tom Baker with a very long knitted scarf. Is that how you recognize a person, by how long their scarf is, Susan? Oh, I see. As a character, he was wearing a very long scarf. Well, not that not that really helped me. I have no idea. I know they're different doctors, just like Bond, like James Bond. They're different James Bonds. But I don't always know who is who. I know there are a couple of younger ones um, that I kind of remember. Can't remember their names though. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Susan, yes, thank you for the reminder. I think it's a good time that we have a little chocolate break, shall we? Yes, definitely. Let's take a little tea break, coffee break, chocolate break, power snacks for power stitching. Okay, let me finish there's 3 stitches here. Thank you, Susan. I just lose track once I start stitching. All right then. I'm going to do this one, and it's a chocolate break. Let me bring over here. All right then. I'm going to just leave it there so I know where to go next. Here we go. Little chocolate tea break, coffee break here. And lovely. Let me zoom out a little bit so you get to see my beautiful handiwork. So there's a little cake I'm stitching down here. It's taking shape. Here we go. Right, guys, so this has been the chocolate of my choice for the last few days, and simply because I run out of the other ones. But this one is growing on me. It tastes quite coconutty. It's got an aftertaste. And yeah, but I'm going to like it. I'm going to like it. And Sarah says, just made a cup of coffee. Yes, go for it. Guys, what are you snacking? What are you drinking? This is what I'm eating. A little piece of chocolate. Oh, enjoy the tin foil, okay? Da 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 da. Ah, watch this. And let me. Probably too big. Let me snap in two. Here we go. Cheers, everybody. Chocolate time. I try not to stain my fabric. Cheers. Suzanne says only 800 today. I'm struggling being tired. Suzanne, slow day. 800. She's like, oh, I'm struggling today. Well, a slow day today. 800. Janine says, making cookies. Eggnog cookies. Eggnog cookies? What is that like? Nuala says, I'm so close to finishing. Only back stitching to go. Was 298 by 200 stamp kit called Streets of Amsterdam. Wow. But back stitching makes a lot of difference to a piece, particularly, you know, like those pieces I've got. I think even without back stitching, my 14 count pieces are quite nice already. Lots of definition, but I think the back stitching is just going to enhance it even more. And Karen says, I'm heading to the post office. Oh, Karen, run fast, race over there. Yes. And collect your Gecko Rouge. Yes, occasionally I do have sort of stain on my on my fabric. My Gecko Rouge, for instance, I notice a little brown stain. Maybe it's coffee or maybe it's chocolate, but it's okay because it's on unstitched area. So all I have to do is just, you know, stitch over it. It's a bit of a problem if it's on the, you know, complete area, and that's not ideal. Oh, lovely. That was a nice bite of chocolate. I need to top up my chocolate button supply there. Here we go. Cassie says, I have my first Gecko Rouge coming. It's Kitty getting arrested. It's a kitty getting arrested. That sounds very Gecko Rouge. They have some very unique artwork. And Cassie says, I got the box you all were talking about earlier. Yes, that's part of the Gecko Rouge experience. You've got to have the gift box. Okay, 2 more here. 754. Okay. 3833. Three eight three three. Right, Kathy says I'll probably pay $70 in shipping, but that's okay. Do they tell you beforehand, or you get to find out when you get the parcel? So it's taxes plus shipping. I think shipping they can probably tell you beforehand, but the taxes is, it's not determined by the company, so it's always a surprise. Susan says, but is a kitty innocent? Oh, kitties never innocent. They are sneaky. Kathy, innocent little face doesn't equate innocence, okay? Do not get fooled by little kitties. They have perfected the art of looking innocent. Unlike dogs, have you guys watched those videos of dogs looking guilty? Um, maybe they have, done something, chewing the pillows or whatever, and they got caught. And look at their faces. Oh dear. And whereas kitties, they just pretend nothing ever happened. I'm innocent. And one more stitch here. All right, 3833. False arrest. Okay. Let's have a look. Whoops. So only one stitch here. Let's have a look. I can do a little bit over there. Right, 335. 335. Janine's got a little bit of situation there. And Janine, now you have water now, right? I remember a few days ago you're having water issues. All right, I'm going to take it upwards. Maybe I will end it first. Three, three, five. Oh, yes, good. I'm glad the water issue has been resolved. I cannot be fun. Okay then. 758. 758. Sarah Vian has a dilemma. Okay. Sarah says, I'm having hobby issues. Too many hobbies and not enough time. Yes, it's a problem. And prior to stitching so much, I used to do all sorts of things. I knit, I do a bit of sewing, I did a little bit of everything really. I make objects with felt. Anything that sounds interesting and working with fabric, you know, I will give it a go. And maybe a bit of quoting as well, not very successfully. But now I'm in this rabbit hole. And I haven't knitted for a little while. See you later, Nurullah. Janine says, I'd rather be stitching right now. I felt forced into making cookies for a cookie swap at work. Cookie swap. Janine says, I buy cookies, not make them. I thought you were baking brownies yesterday. So I thought you were kind of like a king baker. Janine says, I'm a good cook, but a terrible baker. But how about those brownies yesterday? I bet they turned out okay. Well, it's cookie swap. So you just bring sort of baked cookies or biscuits and then swap with others. So it doesn't matter. Janine, I've got it worked out. It doesn't matter if your cookies are turned into charcoal. You know, you just swap them for someone else's cookies. It's okay. They have no choice. Cassie says, I went to a cookie exchange. Is there such a thing? Cookie exchange sounds like a shop. You just go and exchange cookies. Cassie says, I went to a cookie exchange over the weekend, never again. Had to make 130 cookies and I don't bake. Apparently one of the other people, none of the other people do either. So why do they do cookie exchange when no one actually made cookies? 130 is a lot. I bake maybe 10 of them at a time. 130. That's like a whole production. What's happening? Why do people do that? Exchange for what? For someone else's 130 cookies. Why? Why do you need 130 cookies? Michelle says, I love to bake, especially cookies. I wish I could spend time to send them to you virtually. Yes, Michelle, we're still waiting for the technology where we can, transport food to other stitchers. I think that new feature is going to come to YouTube at some point. You just press a button and go, send my cookies. Or chocolate, send my chocolates. That's a separate button, okay? 2 buttons. And then, you receive the identical chocolate or cookies I'm eating. I think this is going to come sometime 2026. I'm guessing. I don't mind baking cookies, but not 131 of them. I mean, I have, I've got a small kitchen, small oven. Michelle says, maybe Doctor Who could send them. Indeed, yes, through the phone box. Janine says, if I gave them brick cookies, I'll never hear the end of it. Well, maybe it's a nice way to break the friendship, so you don't have to bake cookies for them anymore. It's very subtle. You just go, Janine, we're cool, okay? See you later. Bye. And I never hear from them again. Okay, very gentle reverse stitching here, okay? Nothing to see, nothing to see. It's just a very, it's like in yoga. It's very gentle, deep stretch. And it's really part of the stitching experience, okay? Oh, that's beautiful. Ginny says, I have to make 14 bags of 4 cookies. I made brownies last night. So the brownies were for the thing as well, not for yourself. Ginny says, I baked brownies last night to replace some of the cookies so I wouldn't have to make so many. Well, why do you do it? If it's not for you and doesn't sound like that much fun. Oh dear. No chance I'll bake 130 cookies. Three. Oh, so Lona is a baker as well. Oh, Lona is so good to the mom, to her mom. Lona says, I'm going to bake mom peppermint sugar cookies for Christmas. Susan is Susan says, stitch the winter cookies on separate pieces for your colleagues. Yes, yes, stitching is probably more fun than baking for Janine at the moment. Yes, that piece is full of cookies. There you go. Janine says, I need yoga right now. Just spoiled eggnog all over the counter. Oh, Janine, I'm so glad you have water right now so you can clean it up. Oh, dear. Yes. Deep breaths, Ujjayi breaths, Janine. Follow me. Deep inhale through the nose, out through the nose. Listen to the sound of your breath. Oh, Janine. It's a little bit like I have been to dinner parties by hosts. They're literally just nervous wreck. You know, it's actually quite tricky to prepare dinner for sort of real time for real people, one course at a time. And I've seen people so stressed and in the verge of tears if something goes up, goes wrong in the oven. And I'm kind of thinking, why, it's a meal, it's okay. Don't get so stressed, it's just not worth it. I think people just want everything to be perfect. We have that sort of ideal of what dinner parties should be like, and all the hosts are just telling the best jokes, and everything just going smoothly, and everybody's just mesmerized by the cooking. It's just not like that. The kitchen normally looks like a war zone afterwards. And to be honest, after the third glass of wine, everything tastes the same. I think. Not talking from experience, of course. I wouldn't know. Sarah VM says, I make cookies, but I'm not willing to do more than 2 batches. Same here. I think 2 batches is a lot, And my oven can probably do 10 cookies at a time, max. Sarah sounds like a really good baker. And Sarah's so calm and collected. Ebony says, I'm stitching winter cookie party right now. I can confirm it's very fun. Oh, yes, that piece sounds like a good fun, isn't it? It's probably more fun than baking 130 cookies, right? Janine said, I should have a cigarette right now, right? No, Janine, Ujjayi breath is better. Ujjayi breath is better. Deep breath, deep breath. And good job you have water now. That's a blessing, right? Look on the bright side. It could have been so much worse. Michelle Fuller says, we just hosted a Christmas party for 80 people. I cooked the entrees. I don't know, how do you cook for 80 people? Is it more like a buffet style? So people just take their food. There's no chance you can do 3-course meal for 80 people without a catering team. Michelle Fuller, I don't know how you do it. And how do you know 80 people? Who are they? I don't even have 80 people on my Facebook. In order to, host a party for 80 people, you need to find them first. Where are they? I don't want to know 80 people. I think 8 is about right. I think the best part of baking is the aroma you're going to get in the house, provided they're not burnt, okay, Janine? If they're burnt, if they turn into charcoal, maybe they don't smell so good. But otherwise, I think the smell is kind of a reward for home baking. Sarah says, you have 78 people here stitching with you. Well, that's true. That's true. 80 people, but I don't know all of you. Come forward on lurk. And one of them unlearned herself, loves to stitch. And Cruz says, hello, Yogi and friends, just got in from shopping. One must remember to pack your patience when you go into a big store this time of year. I think we need to pack, our patience wherever we go, to be honest. And yes, Christmas and New Year can be slightly stressful because we want everything to be perfect. And just relax, Susan says, at least it wouldn't take you 3 years to reach a cookie. Susan, this is why we have Susan here, okay? Occasionally stab a sharp object behind on Yogi's back. But it feels like home. Oh, now I feel so much better. Now I can get a knife out. Thank you, Susan, for your contribution. Just one stitch here. Michelle Fuller says, I may bait ziti. I don't know what that is, Michelle. Some sort of, so pasta, Alfredo, and spaghetti and meat sauce. But the thing is, though, pasta can get overcooked very easily. How do you prepare beforehand? Do you cook the pasta a little bit at a time on the spot? Wow. I think, for any kind of meal situation that's more than 10 people, you literally have to turn it into a buffet. Otherwise, it's not really doable. Or maybe some sort of a curry party, just make pots of curry with some naan bread and just, it has to be pre-cooked. You can't cook on the spot. Jodie's here. Hello, hello. Says, howdy everyone. Just jumped on for a small bit of time. I'm playing with my 3D printer, making my own floss bobbins. Jodie. Yes, Jodie has a 3D printer. You're making your own floss bobbins. Can you print some chocolate and some cookies? Or maybe print some cookies for Janine, please. Can you print some cookies that they're not burned and look like bricks? Okay, Jodie. Help Janine out with your 3D technology. All right, 3722. 3722. Karen says, Gecko Rouge packaging is so beautiful. Karen, have you got it? Is it safely in your hand? The Gecko Rouge kit. Congratulations to Karen. Yes, the packaging is beautiful, isn't it? They do take care of that. Rose, hello. Rose says, I'm here just lurking in the background today. Not feeling well, but I have to be here at work. Oh, Rose is at work. I forgot. Yes, it's Monday, isn't it? I hope you're feeling much better now you're in the chat. Thank you for saying hello, Rose. Rose is in the work club most of the times when we're streaming. Lona says, Lona says, hip 5.10%. Lona, slow down. Slow down, Lona. Lona says, one more goal to go. Christmas house 2 at 0.73. Oh, going for 1%. You're going to hit that tomorrow. It won't take you any time at all. Susan. See you later, Kasarina. I'm really great to have you. All right. 2 stitches here. And Michelle Fuller says, referring to the 80 people dinner party, she says, I made a sauce beforehand, then prep entrees right before guests arrive. Timing is important for sure. I know. That I think that's the part that stress people out the most. Because if you just take time to a single course, most people can probably manage, is the timing of and coordination of everything that needs to happen. You know, you want the food to be piping hot. You don't want it to, you know, get burned and stuff. Yes, I think if you have some made, you know, starters, etc., and then you have some maybe 1 or 2 things that you cook on the spot. But still 80 people. I don't even know how big, how large a pot do you need for the pasta sauce? I don't even know. Jesus, I'm dying inside. Oh, Janine, poor Janine. This is why you have to choose your friends carefully, okay? Just avoid anybody that's trying to get you to do cookie exchange or whatever it is. All right, 3722. 3722. Ruth says we're having barbecue Christmas at my son's house this year. All I have to do is take chicken, skewers, sausages, hamburgers, and a salad. That's a great idea. If you have like a outdoor barbecue, right? You literally don't have to do much. Well, you have to prepare, marinate, you know, the food, etc., ready for barbecue. But yes, that's a kind of less stressful way of having a larger party. But you know, it depends on where you are really. If you try to have a barbecue over here in the UK, I promise you it's going to be a torrential rain. Okay, it's just going to be storms. It's a, you know, mandatory. If you have barbecue, it rains. It has to be done. Okay, so 224, 224. 224. Yes, Janine, we had a debate over cookie dough, right? It's like why eating cookie dough when you can eat cookies and just bake them, you know? Lynn Burgess says, Yogi, I'm going going a bit rogue for my New Year's start. I've got a crochet kit to start on the marathon. I haven't crocheted for years, so that would be a challenge. Lynn, you could do that. You know, New Year's for new challenge. Yes, you can crochet. You could, I don't know. You can, what else can you do? Yes, absolutely. And Lynn is such an honorable stitcher. She's coming forward, coming clean about her plan. She could have just said, "Oh, yeah, Yogi, I'm starting a Aimee Stewart piece," but no. Lynn is honest. She's going to be she's going to be doing some, crochet. That's perfectly fine. Just join in. Susan says, stop at Walmart on the way to work. Jeanine, yes, that's a great idea. Send a husband. Husband loves Walmart, right? Just send him over there and get some extra sort of DIY bits that he likes and go, hey, darling, can you just grab me a few packs of those delicious cookies? They look homemade. Make sure you have 130 of them, okay? Love you, and just send him off. Sarah says, some of the things I'll be making this week are pumpkin pie, eggnog, cheesecake, bay French toast, homemade cheese Danish, peanut butter fudge, chocolate pretzel. Guys, we're going to Sarah's house, okay, for Christmas. That's it. That's it. She's got it sorted. Oh, Sarah. So Sarah is not just an alien stitcher. She's a domestic goddess. Janine says, guess where my husband is right now? Walmart. Yes, call him. Call him. Yeah, just bring a few cookies. No one would know. They probably go, oh, Janine, these are delicious. I didn't know you could bake so well. And maybe you want to join our cookie baking marathon next week. And run, okay, Janine? If they ever bring up the baking, cookie baking marathon, just run like you've never run before. Two to four. Yes, we're going to Sarah's house. Seriously. Oh, Sarah doesn't stop there. Sarah says, and a confetti dip with vanilla wafers for the kids and baking homemade bread. Hobby's is in charge of the real food by smoking a ham and a turkey. Goodness, Sarah. Yes. Oh dear, I don't know what to say. That's like, that's proper. So the husband is a good cook as well, from the sound of it. Oh dear. Jody says, Yogi, what size Ada cloth is that? You mean this one? This is not Ada, this is even weave, okay? So this is 25 count even weave. and it's pre-gridded. It's DMC fabric, I think. And I suspect this may be the not leftover, spare fabric from Gecko Rouge. So what happened when I bought my Gecko Rouge kit? It's quite a large pattern. You've all seen it. And when I first received the kit, it's a good job I actually took my ruler out, my tape ruler, and measure the fabric. And I realized there's margins missing on the sides. The top and bottom, I think they're correct. They're additional, margin for the fabric. But the side was cut precisely the same width as the finished piece. So I panicked and contacted Gecko Rouge, and they were being really, really good about it, and they sent me an extra fabric, and they was cut correctly, properly. So I had a spare piece of fabric, the original piece, for me to play with, and I think this piece might have come from that, because I had a lot of fabric at that point, 25 count, pre-gridded. See you later, Michelle Fuller. Enjoy it. And Joyce, night, Joyce. Lynn Ross, hello. Lynn says, my male cat is so indecisive. He has sat on my chest, has sat on my stomach. Sounds like a cat. He has sat on my thigh, and now he's sitting by me. He's like, Goldilocks cannot make up his mind. That sounds like a cat to me. Yeah? We have a lot of cat lovers in this group. That sounds like a cat. They do whatever they want. 3770. My cake is taking shape. Lovely. It's only 4 stitches or 5 stitches of this color. Suzanne says, Alex and I are listening while we're going to sleep. Oh, Suzanne. And yes, Alex, I hope you can hear Yogi. And slow stitching Yogi, okay? And Alex and Suzanne, slow sleeping, slow napping till a dream world. And Yogi will keep you company. Just one stitch over here. And I'm really happy that I have a sort of a newfound appreciation for 25 counts, because, you know, up to probably end of last year, I was getting really fed up with 25 counts, 1/1, because all my projects, they were 25 count, 1/1, and now I've kind of, you know, took a little bit of a detour and trying different fabric counts, different type of stitches, and coming back to 25, it just feels so fresh. I really enjoy it. 3771. Hey, Lynn. Um, Lynn Kershaw says, "Hello, Yogi, and all the stitchers. Hope you're well." And I hope you're well too. Lynn, are you stitching today? And if so, what are you stitching? I think I'm going to do a little bit on the right there. Yogi's doing cake stitching today, even though some stitches here, they're actually baking. I'm not baking, I'm stitching baked goodies. 554, 554. Sharon says, "Where do you buy your fabric?" Um, Recently, the recent couple of years, I've been pretty much getting my fabric from a vendor, on UK vendor on Etsy. I think it's called Stitch-tastic. I think they may have a shop on Amazon as well. So I think they may only ship to the UK, I'm not sure. But I've been getting pretty much all my fabric from there. They have a lot to choose from. And also they're quite reliable. So if I order a piece of fabric, they normally arrive within 3-4 days. So I prefer buying from a local vendor. There's just less issues with the shipping. Sarah VM, thank you. Sarah says, "Don't forget thumbs up for the video, everyone." Oh, thank you. Yes, Sarah is being a very good YouTuber. I'm terrible. 554, 554. Oh, some really delicious colors around here. 3A3, 3A36, 3A36. Sis says it's a beautiful cupcake, Yogi. Yes, I don't know if it's a cupcake or maybe it's a two-tier cake situation, but whichever way, it's delicious, isn't it? It looks. It's so much fun to stitch. 3A36. Finally, I'm in a cake zone with this piece. I think with this piece, max color is definitely worth it. Yes, the colors are delicious. The colors are delicious. It's like eating cakes. Stitching cakes. It's delicious. This one, just one stitch over here. And I think I'm going to end it. I'm just intrigued by the fact that, on the same pattern, literally by switching location of on the fabric, it's guiding me to stitch it differently. Because for some reason, this area, I wouldn't want to park. I don't know how that works. 1, 2. It's kind of a conversation you need to have with your project. Kind of just allow it to guide you rather than saying, I want to do it this way. Okay, 3 stitches. 3 stitches. Three 8, 3, 6. Sarah VM says the colors are like frosting. Yeah, it's a little bit, isn't it? It's just a delicious looking cake. Let's have a look. Three 3042. 3042. Kind of a purpley color. This one jammed. Sis says, I have this one as a quick stitch super size max color, and it's about 90. Do you mean a super size, or is a quick stitch? Can you have quick stitch super size? Really? So you can have it cropped out and have a super size like that, and the max colors is about 9,000 68,000. 968,000 stitches. What? I didn't know you can supersize quick stitch. It's not very quick, is it? Paradox. Sharon says, the grid that is drawn on the fabric, what does it look like when you finish? Do you mean whether the borders show? If you look at the finished area, you can't see it. And also you can wash, give the fabric a wash afterwards, and the colors, the gray borders will go away. But literally, even if you don't, you can't really see through the fabric. Not really. It's quite faint, so. Oh, Janine is still in the cookie situation there. Janine says the first cookie sheet looked different than the second sheet. They look like they melted. Our failed baking school. You mean the sheets, are they reusable? Reusable sheets? And they look like they're melted? That doesn't sound good. Janine. Bake safely, okay? We don't need a fire incident in the house. I know you have water, but still. Okay, I may have to do a yogi move to take the thread away and then come back to the other side here. Oh, Aimee says I'm stitching the supersized max colored cute quick stitch. I didn't know you could have that combination. So quick stitch by default is a cropped out version of a larger piece. And I only recently found out that you can have a max color mini. So you can literally have any combination. And Aimee is saying, and Sharon as well. Is it Sharon? No, Sisk, saying that they're having quick stitch, but supersized and max colors. Oh, that sounds so wild. Yes, just a large version of quick stitch. It's getting less and less quick, isn't it? It's like quick stitch, 50% speed. Interesting. Can you have storybook supersized? Might as well, if you follow the logic. Sisk says mine's from the bag to the word cup cropped. So you can request. I don't know. Did you request it or was it already there? So when I got my quick stitch version, I don't think I saw the supersized version. That is really wild. So let's have a look. Markup. I just want to get an idea of where the cropped is happening. So Sis says, mine is from the bag to the word cup. Cropped. The bag? What bag? And the word. Cup. I'm not sure. Yes, it's got so much going on. Probably focusing on the heart shape chairs here. I presume that's kind of the center area. Whoa, that's really wild. Janine says my Alice picture is max colors. I didn't think I had my max color chart. It's looking good so far. Yes. I think you probably notice the max colors when you when you kit it up. If you do kit it up, it's 240 colors instead. Janine says, I'll give the melted ones to the lazy co-workers. Oh, now Janine is turning her cookies into a weapon. Oh, it's so sweet. 2 more here. $78. I'm just trying to picture Janine's kitchen right now. 3042. 3042. Ah, so it's requested already. That's an interesting choice, isn't it? Supersized quick stitch. And max colors as well. Oh, the bag, okay. I didn't even notice it. There's a sag of something behind the first chair on the left there. Okay. Yes, I got it now. Yes, I think the quick stitch, the regular size one, I don't know whether your version, is a super size of the other one, of the smaller quick stitch. If so, I kind of know what you mean. Wow. So BLT Betty is saying, she says, yes, you can request a supersized max color story keep. Just a really large story keep. So literally you can have any combination and then they'll just do it for you. That's fascinating. Janine says, baking is so scientific. It is. Baking, you cannot sort of, improvise. Depends. Well, I think cookies are probably more forgiving. You can kind of, because in America, I think, the measurement tends to be done with cups and spoons, which is not very precise. Whereas over here, it's always grams. You weigh everything. And I think it's better for baking that way because some recipes are more temperamental, shall I say. And you can't really eyeball things. It's probably, too risky. All right, next one, 3A32. 3A32. So I prefer recipes that's got precise weight, particularly, for baking. I feel safer that way. Oh, so sis, it's posted a mucker. It's a mucker for the shop, the quick stitch. Yes, I think it's probably the supersized version of the one I bought. But what I've got is a regular size. Oh no, Ginny. Ginny says, I just realized I used the wrong size cup. When I measure the flour, I used 2 of the 3rd cup instead of 1 cup. Yes, they're probably similar in size. Big panic. Yes, baking does have to be quite precise. That's why I prefer weighing everything rather than using cups, because people sometimes have very full cup and sometimes people have, over measure or under measure. It's a little bit of a, it shouldn't be up for interpretation. Karen says there is a TV series called The Lessons in Chemistry. It's based on a book. It's about cooking shows. Interesting. But cooking is, not even baking, just any form of cooking is kind of an alchemy, isn't it? It's kind of, it's not 1 + 1 = 2. Sometimes it equals 5 or 200. Cooking is magic. 3A32. 3A32. And that's why, if you give the same recipe to 10 people, they come back with 10 different dishes. They're going to taste differently because It's like mom's cooking is always tastes different. You know, I have tried to recreate my mom's recipe or things she used to cook, and they just don't taste the same because it's not my mom's cooking. It's my cooking. So it just tastes different. It's just the way it is. It's magic. Three A30. Susan, it's so brutal. Susan say, tell them you bake dog treats. I think even dogs have standards. I'm not sure dogs will put up with that. No, well, I'll take it back, Janine. I'm sure your cookies are, they're gonna be just fine, okay? Doggies can be very tricky, you know, very picky as well. Just 2 stitches. Three A30. Sisk. Yes, I think Janine's husband's a Wellmark. I think he's gonna come back with you know, like a truckload of cookies to rescue the situation. 900. You know, sometimes they even supermarkets they kind of do sort of cookies or bread that's baked in-house, right? And technically they're freshly baked. So they're not coming out of a factory. And they taste just like just like home baked cookies, but not burned. Janine, it's okay. It's home baked, but whose home? They didn't specify, did they? So it could be baked by a factory's home or whatever. We can be creative with the definition there. It's okay. It's okay. If they ever ask, just say, "Hey, home baked," but you didn't tell me to bake in my own home. It could be baked by in someone else's home. And what is home anyway? You know, you you can start a heated debate there. What do you mean by home? Define home. Oh no, Janine, this is just, it's like a comedy show. Janine says, oh my God, I use baking powder instead of baking soda instead of baking powder. It's a very commonly made mistake. Yes, they're slightly different. They're slightly different. But a lot of cookies are baked with baking soda though. It shouldn't be terrible. With baking powder, there's a little bit more, the cookies may be a little bit more airy. It depends. Oh, so it's anonymous exchange. Janine says, "Good thing no one would know they're from me, so they won't poison them." Well, we don't know that, Janine. From the sound of it, I'm not so sure. So it's anonymous, then that's okay. You can just pretend. Yes, you know, if anybody goes, what are these cookies? They're terrible. And you can just shake your head and go, oh, you know, some people, they don't bake properly, you know. It's like, how dare they bring cookies like this to a cookie exchange? Yeah, just a little bit of acting will be required, okay, Jeannie? 900. Oh, Belena, um, Belenata, sorry, Belanat, sorry, um, says a cup equals 236 mil. No, Belana, what I meant was, I think with liquid, if we're talking about mil, which is a measurement for liquid, it's harder to mess up, right? Because liquid is liquid. You can't really over measure. You can probably under measure. But the thing is, if you measure flour and you watch 10 people, if you go, well, this recipe calls for 2 cups of flour, you watch them scoop 2 cups and then you measure the weight. I bet they're all very different. Then it could be about 100 grams difference because sometimes people measure with a little, you know, a little bit coming out of the cup, some under, and some of them actually press down the flour as well. Easily, you can have 100 grams difference. Liquid is less of a problem. Patty says, just hope no one from the cookie exchange is in this chat. That's a very good point, Patty. Janine, maybe we need to take register of everyone watching right now, just to make sure none of them is participating in Janine's cookie exchange, okay? It's too dangerous. They might go back and report Janine. Oh dear. Yes, you never know who's watching, you know. Oh, that's a very good point, Patty. Yes, that's good for you to point that out. 402. It's a dangerous world. 402. We don't know who's watching, do we? All the lurkers with all the cryptic YouTube handles. 402. But Janine, you don't know. You don't know that. There might be stitches hidden in your cookie social group, whatever it is. But you need icing. Icing is a good thing to do because it covers any imperfection of your cookies or bread, you know. A little dust, a layer of icing, or dust of icing sugar rather. Maybe not icing, just a little dust of icing sugar. Everything looks beautiful. It's just like snow. Everything looks nice. You know, even a dirty street looks nice if it's covered by snow. It's the same principle. Oh, there you go, Janine. So Janine says, I'm having a little bit of a problem here. Janine says, I have introduced you to some of my co-workers. They know who Yogi is. There you go. They might be secretly watching now. Please have mercy for Janine, okay? And tomorrow, you know, she's going to just offer cookies anonymously. And if you ever come across cookies that taste like bricks, then unfortunately it's from Janine's, but please do not tell, okay? Have mercy for Janine. It's okay, she tried. Ruth says in Australia, a cup is 250. There you go. And what is a stick of butter? I know. I have seen American cooking shows, and they just go, hey, and add 2 sticks of butter. I'm like going, what do you mean by a stick of butter? Like entire stick? And also, how big is a stick? How about some proper measurement, please? Exactly. I do remember thinking that. Sarah says, yes. Sarah says, now my kitchen's all nice and clean. Unlike Janine's, right? Poor Janine. Now sis is hungry with all the baking talk. Janine says, a stick of butter is 8 tablespoons, whatever it is, in measure. Yeah, but it only makes sense if you're in America. It's like over here, a bar of butter can come in different weights. There are larger ones and small ones. Wayne, hello, Wayne. Is it Wayne? A stick of butter is 118 grams, 0.294 millimeters. I don't know. Oh dear. Chili. I know. I mean, some baking, some recipes are a lot more forgiving, you know. You've got a little bit of wiggle room. So even if you're not super precise, it's okay. But some of them have, you do have to be quite precise. Can make and break, make or break of a recipe. Just watch Janine. Sorry. This is what happens. Sis says stitching baked goods is better for the diet. Indeed. And it's unlikely you burn your cakes and your biscuits, right? And I don't need to know how large a stick of butter is to stitch my cakes. Oh, Wayne is a cooking expert. Yes, how big is the tablespoon? We already know cup sizes and difference. I think tablespoons, yes, I think similar problems to cups. But I think cups are probably more of a problem because it's much larger in quantity. With the spoons, yes, again, it depends on what you're measuring. Liquid is less of a problem, but with, you know, flour and stuff like that, sugar, can vary a lot. Depends on who does it. Balana says not everybody has kitchen scales or have measurement in cups or spoons, makes it easier measuring spoons and cups. Yes, I think every kitchen should have a kitchen scale. And it's very easy, isn't it? Mine is so compact. It's really just a plate, metal plate. And you can, you can basically put anything on top of it, minus, you know, the weight of the container. And that's it. It's a lot more precise though. I know cups are probably seemingly easier, but it's not as accurate. Look at my cake here. Oh, Janine, I'm doing better with my cake than your cookies. Okay, sorry to rub it in. I just need to mention that. 402. And let me just put this one over here. Right, looking at the time, we're 5 minutes to midnight. So it's time for me to pick my final color for this session today. Look at my cake here, it's looking prettier by the minute. I'm so pleased with it. So I'm going to pick my final color here. Let's have a look. And of course, you can start thinking about how many stitches I made. So today it's all around this area. But, you know, by no means it's going to be easy. Okay, so the last color of my choice is 223. 223 is this light burgundy here. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 10 stitches to make. Okay, guys, so in this beautiful, on this beautiful Monday, This is going to be the last color of my choice. And today is a cake stitching day. And for Janine is a cookie baking day. Or maybe a day she doesn't want to look back ever. Right. And for those of you who may be new to the channel, maybe you just discovered it and just randomly, the channel just randomly came up on your feed. And let me tell you a little bit about what we're doing here, okay? We play Guess My Stitches. It's a game that we play at the end of every single stream. And all it is for you to come forward and offer a number and join in with a bit of fun, And the winner is basically having the number that's closest to the total number of stitches I have completed from the beginning of the stream today. And if you guess the number or come the closest, you are the winner. Okay, that's it. Simple game, but by no means easy. And every day we have a new winner here. And it could be you today. And you probably go, well, I just found you. I have no idea what you're doing here. I do not stitch, doesn't matter. Just come forward and offer a number. Just take a guess. That's why it's called Guess My Stitches, not counting my stitches. No one is counting, okay? It's a wild guess. And you can do it too. No skills required. And so unlurk yourself, just come forward and pull in a number. You can run. You can guess and run, okay? It's allowed. And let me do the final 2 stitches here. And in the meantime, why don't I bring on our super duper Guess My Stitches machine here. Here we go. Oh, amazing. Takes my breath away. And it's a beautiful technology. Earlier on we have a Jodie's got 3D printer. Oh, it's nothing comparing to my Guess My Stitches machine. This is state of the art and high-tech stuff. We're talking about, we always say the military technology is about 30 years before the civilian energy technology. And this is about 50 years ahead. Just look at that. And let me snip this off. This is Area 51 territory we're having here. And all of that, the amazing technology is just here for your enjoyment. So you can join me with this game. Okay, so come forward. You know what to do. 223. 223. I'm popping this one back. All right. And while you're coming forward and offering your number, and contemplate the winning number here, I am going to give you a quick recap of what's happening today on my fabric. So today I'm stitching the little cake shop by Aimee Stewart, and this is a max color on 25 counts, 1/1 full cross. And look at this. Today I decided to go for the first cake of the piece. I've been working on this piece for about 3 years, and this is my first cake, stitching on this piece. So I'm really, really happy with the progress, and it's taking good shape here. And over the area about is slightly air stitching situation over here. So I'll come back from time to time and start to fill up. But I'm going to focus on cake stitching for a little bit with this piece, and it's so pretty, so pretty. Let me just zoom in a little bit more so you get to appreciate it. Wonderful. Okay, so let's have a look at our numbers here today, this beautiful Monday evening. And from the top, here we go. We've got CISC 275. And we've got a love two stitches. Love to stitch and cruise 222. It's late. I can't read. And Janine, oh poor Janine, 230. This guess my stitches is a lot easier than baking cookies, isn't it? Isn't it? So this is stick with guess my stitches, okay? And Patty 192, Lona 260, Sarah VM 200, Ruth 241, Susan 200. Frida, oh Frida, it's been a little while, so good to see you. 318. Yes, Frida unlearned herself. Photo junkie, hello, hello. If you're new to us, how brave of you, welcome. 301 and Tracy Parker and 309. Clara 144. Rajal, a lovely Rajal 159. Guys, thank you for joining me with this game here. And let's have a look at our amazing app here, okay? Oops, not that one. Here we go. All right. So this is where I am, okay? I started from upper left there, making nice progress here. And let me turn that off. Okay, so this is the entire piece. So a little bit to go, but I think I'm 14%. I don't think I've crossed 15, let's be honest, but I can hope. So I'm counting down to 3, 2, are you ready? The winner is going to be revealed. 1. There you go. The grand total of the number of stitches Yogi has completed tonight is 243. Actually, not bad. I'm pleased. I'm pleased. 243. And look at my percentage. I am so close to 15. I think just 2 more stitches, I might have gone over 15. Okay, so today I have stitched 243 stitches. Who is our winner tonight? 243, we have 241. Is our Rose? Our Rose is our winner, I think. 241. Yes. Right? So Rose is our winner tonight, from the look of it. Congratulations, Rose. Rose the magpie stitcher, well done. Yes. And I think this is the first win for Rose, isn't it? So come join us, enjoy the praises. Look at this, everybody's shouting, Rose, Rose, Rose. And even Ginny from her kitchen. Yes, crowns and round of applause and congratulations, Rose. And the buffet is coming, you know. And oh, Janine is offering. Do not eat these ones, Rose. You know what happened. You know, you were here. You know what happened to Janine's cookies. Do not eat these ones, okay? Have these ones. These ones are better. From Sarah, okay? Sarah Milk and Susan. And yes, chocolate from Clara as well. Oh, yes, Sarah. Sarah VM is baking cookies as well. Yes. Yes, Janine, it's okay, it's okay. Just blend in. Okay, guys, so it's 4 minutes past midnight and from the sleepy London town. And with my cake here, Yogi signing out from the Little Cake Shop. And hope you see you tomorrow. And tomorrow, yes, we come back for another round of stitching. And on Wednesday, just so you know, Wednesday is an off day. It's a day before Christmas, so I'm going to be away and to my partner's parents, and then but I'm going to be back on 25th, so we're going to have a Christmas stream here, okay, on 25th UK time. So come join me, and we're going to come back tomorrow for another round of stitching. I have no idea what I'm going to be stitching tomorrow, neither do you, I bet. So see you then. Until then, behave and bye bye. Love you all. Bye bye.